There's a dash between the numbers in your life. You know, you have 1902 to 1984 or whatever.
Uh,
At the end of the game, what do you want your dash to represent?
man, I wanted to represent this positivity. What's real? What's true? What's good? You know, when it's all said and done, I want people to be like, yo, that young brother came through here. He told this game up, this game of life up. He had a positive impact on the world, on the people, on the kids, on the seniors, on just on life in general. I just want people to, be like, we'll never forget about him. You know, he was an honest person. He was a good person. He was a giving person. He was a loving person. He was a helping person. All that. I think the only thing that matters is what you do for tomorrow and what you do to make somebody else's situation better.
What's the biggest lesson you learned from your father?
Get your own. If I didn't learn nothing else from my pops, which I learned millions of things, but one of the strongest things that stick out, he always taught me to depend. Take care of you, take care of your family, depend on you, get your own. Do it your way. Do it how you want to do it.
Was there ever a rhyme you heard that convinced you that this was what you wanted to do?
It wasn't a specific. It wasn't a specific rhyme as much as it was, specific eras, specific. Yeah, it was specific times in music. I think around 96, 97 is when I decided that that's what I wanted to do.
What about that era struck you?
It was just the hip hop was crazy around then. From Nas dropping, Illmatic back then, the Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt. You had the Life After Death.
Yeah, I was
Ready,
97.
ready to Die, Life After Death. You had Machiavelli. You had All Eyes on Me. Just like the music that was getting put out, even all the way up to '99. Where you had Lauryn Hill dropped the Miseducation. It was just that 5-6 year window was incredible. I wanted to be a part of it.
What's more important, the music or the message? You've had some of the best albums ever not be about stuff you probably want your children to hear.
Yeah.
Especially when you start talking about the Purple Tape, you start talking about Reasonable Doubt. What is more important, the execution of the idea or the morality of the idea?
I think it's both. I think the message is definitely important. That's what I'm saying. What you're saying. But I think they go hand in hand. I think what you're saying means nothing if you don't say it the right way. And I think no matter how well you say something, if you're not saying anything, it has no impact. So I think they go hand in hand. It's like yin and yang. I don't think you can have one without having the other.
What if you have an album like, say, Niggas for Life, which was nihilism? After Ice Cube left, the kind of, I guess, social relevance of that group kind of went out the window, and it was just mania. Well done, mania, but mania. How would you deal with an album on that level versus something like that Miseducation album or It Takes a Nation or one of those strong albums that had a message?
I think both those albums had a message. Both those albums had a message.
Oh no, I'm aware of that. What I'm saying is, how would you frame those kind of albums against something like Niggas for Life or something like let's say Get Rich or Die Trying or something like that?
I don't think you do. I think you take everything for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, from a niggas to life, or like a death certificate to, or like, you know, a get rich or die trying, to a doggy style, to a Machiavelli. I think to even I go far enough to even say who is even a Soldier Boy type record. You know, I think it's important to take records for what they are. See what I'm saying? Not take away from them or give them more than what they're worth. See what I'm saying? And I think you can learn something from everything. You know, I was talking to my boy this morning on the phone, and you know, we were talking about this. You know, you've had Jay-Z, but he came with incredible love. You know what I'm saying, like he has great songs that he also talks about love, from Song Cry to, like, you know, what's the joint? He was like, before I jump out the window, what's your name? Now, what he said was so incredible, like it was so poetic just the way he said it. But then when Soulja Boy said, you know, baby, you know that I love you, I do anything, and kiss you through the phone, you know, which record had the bigger impact? I think it depends on the audience you're talking to, what you're saying to them. But you know, that almost makes me feel like what you're saying is more important than the way you say it.
There you go. What is the worst thing that ever happened to you?
The worst thing. My little brother passed away in 1999. You know.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but you know what they say: what's hard to endure is sweet to recall. You know, it's some of the worst things ever that I went through in my life, and you know, looking back on them, it had some of the biggest positive impacts on who I am today. You know, so but yeah, when my little brother passed away, I was devastated. Absolutely.
Is there anything that you would like for people to know about you that you may not be able to communicate in your music, or that may not be readily apparent?
I haven't figured out a way to tell people I have a nice jump shot in my music. I can't show you the form. Like, I can't show you the pull up on the jab. I just can't. You know, I just can't quite get that point across.
You have to put that in the video.
Yeah, you gotta see it, brother.